I made a metamorphosis, Vedu stretching contortionist in accordance. This product we boxing up is important shit, devoid of risk and highly affordable for the loyalist. Portraits of excellence, painted perfectly pretty ornaments. The Lord of this, the template of how we running our businesses. Glock inside of my bag, and I'm guessing you get the gist of this. Sonically transmitted diseases labeled as syphilis, vicious on every track, and the frequencies are ubiquitous. Get a whiff of this potent narcotics, come get a brick of this broken end in the lyric components. I'm on some chemist shit. Mic check 1 2. This is episode 1 2 Mic check 1 2. Fly Free Speaks. Episode 12 for the slow niggas out there. So we in the building. A lot of shit to talk about, but I just want to talk about a little bit today. Episode 11. I had my wife on here, the lovely Kenzie, Mrs. Fly Free, if you will. We talked about a few things. You know, I kind of wanted to go over just a little bit of that for this episode. Make sure ain't nothing escape y'all, man. Nothing go over your head. So that's basically what this episode is about. Anytime I do something on YouTube or anything content wise, whether music or whatever I'm doing for the content, man, I always try to leave y'all with a gem, something y'all could take with y'all to, have a better understanding of things or, enhance a circumstance, whatever the case may be. That's why I'm here. I'm here to entertain, but I'm also here to give where I can give. You know what I mean? Not saying I'm some nigga who just know it all or whatever, but I like to pitch in where I can, man. That's just who I am. I can't help that. You know what I mean? So that's basically what I want to talk about. On the episode with her, man, I talked about a instance, man, where we went out on a date years prior to us getting together. Um, I'm in the car, I got my shit playing. I'm in my bop, you know what I mean? 1 2 shit. I'm on my Fly Free shit. She touched my radio, you know what I mean? And I reacted the way I reacted because I I never want to send a representative of myself, right? It's just as simple as that. I never want to blindside somebody months later and have them think I'm somebody that I'm not. You know what I mean? It's basically laying my cards on the table like, look, this is who I am and this is how it could potentially be if we end up dating or taking it to a different level, right? And that's very, very important, man. I don't want that to slip. I don't want y'all to gloss over that at all. There's no way somebody could ever say, look, this nigga came out the bag on me and was a whole different nigga 3 4 months later down the road. It's just not me. I want to always be authentically Fly Free CT, man. Always, 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 always. And and I got to say the same thing about her, man. Like from the moment I met her, she was who she was. Like she didn't sugarcoat anything. She let me know what it was up front. This is how I like to do things, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, it's up to the individual to you know decide if they can deal with whatever the person's putting out, or if they can't, or if they could work past it, or if they could compromise, or however they got to rectify the situation and come up with a solution. Then that's what it is. So, shout out to her for being, and she said this word, and I want y'all to pay attention. She said intentional, man. Got to be intentional with how you moving out here with people. I think that was a very profound statement on her behalf that people might want to take heed to, man. A lot of the times, man, people aren't as intentional as they should be when they're getting into these situationships or relationships or whatever you want to call them. They're not as forthright as they should be, and things end up sliding off the cliff slowly but surely. So I think that's a very, very important statement that she made, and I don't want that to pass you, man, without y'all really taking something out of that. But like I said, yeah, so there's no way that someone could possibly say that CT is a different nigga than who he originally said he was. Like, and I take pride in that. You know what I mean? A lot of the time, these fellas, man, or even women, like motherfuckers get into these situations with people, and I want y'all to understand, like, how you start is how it's going to be. So if you put out there that you accept certain things that you're really not willing to accept just because you wanted to be with somebody at the time, or whatever the case is, if you put that out there like you're accepting of whatever shit that you really not accepting of, then there's going to be a miserable situation that eventually is going to fall apart. It's not going to work. Like, you don't like this shit that they do. So why did you accept that in the first place? Now you're saying 2, 3 months down the road, or even a year down the road, or whatever, that you're not accepting of it. You know, you, you really can't blame that other person because they were who they were. You just weren't being who you were, and what your expectations were. So that's how you go in is how it's gonna be. You know what I mean? You got to lay a foundation on both sides. I think you can't let somebody else dictate what you're willing to accept. It's very, very, very important. So, yeah, that's just to gloss over that real quick, man. Obviously, me and her found a way to coexist, and not even just coexist because we're really in love with each other. You know what I mean? So I think it was more of a respect thing, as she also stated in the video. Like, look, I know he liked this, and maybe I should try it this way, or maybe she liked this, and maybe I should try this that way. So it was a like a pulling teeth kind of thing for us to both compromise, but we were so respectful of each other because we had years invested as friends. You know what I mean? Like a lot of years. Like we didn't just get into a relationship just to get into a relationship. It was very what? Intentional, you know. So the circumstances were what they were. We just had to figure out a way to navigate it, and here we are, man. 3 kids later, I bought a house, man. We're a family. Um, Built it up organically. I hate that word organically. Everybody, try to use that word to seem like, but yeah, we built it organically, for lack of a better word. So yeah, I'm proud of every decision I made. I can't look at myself and say, oh, I should have did this or I should have did that. Everything kind of fell into place the way it should. Not perfect by a long shot. We got our issues just like everybody else. But you know, you learn to become solid partners, man, throughout all this shit. So I think that's very important, man. Best interest at heart type shit. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, that's been my little spill, man. And that's what I want y'all to take from that episode. Um, Go back and watch it again, man. If not, share it with other people. Whatever, man. We just trying to put the content out. Hopefully, me and her get to do another one, depending on the feedback everybody gives us, for your entertainment, for your, knowledge purposes, or anything you want to ask. I'm fielding questions. Like, let's make this shit fun. You know what I mean? Like, throw us some questions that we can answer, whatever. All that. So yeah, this has been Fly Free Speaks episode 12. I am Fly Free CT. A lot of shit on the way. Of course, I got my sports episodes every week. Uh yeah, I'm gonna do a Fly Free Speaks more often for the new subscribers who want to hear some other things outside of sports. What else? Yeah, we just gonna y'all keep it locked in with me, man. We're making progress, man. On this beautiful day, y'all go have some fun, man. Go do something with yourself, bitch.